Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Unmai Vilakkam, verse number 38. Verse number 38 is also about the cosmic dancer, but in a very interesting twist, the cosmic dance reason behind this, and also why is he dancing and where is he dancing and what is he doing, that is what today's verse is going to talk about. Verse number 38. பறை இடமா நின்று மிகு பஞ்சாக்கரத்தால் உரை உணர்வுக்கு எட்டா ஒருவன் வரைமகள் தான் காணும்படியே கருணை உரு கொண்டு ஆடல் பேணும் அவர்க்கு உண்டோ பிறப்பு. If someone is longing to talk about, I don't want to be born once again, I want to get rid of this rebirth concept, I want to just get rid of this, get my realization and just stay in the most peaceful, blissful state. If a soul has started yearning for this, today's verse is actually giving a solution. So let's look at what is this. A very interesting saying that is here is உரை உணர்வுக்கு எட்டா ஒருவன், which means a person or a thing, because we have to call it as a thing anyways, because there are three things in this world, right? So the most important thing is God. So when we talk about who is he, they say he is beyond words, he is beyond your emotions, he is beyond whatever you can do as of today. Can I touch and feel? No, he's beyond that. Can you talk about him? No, beyond that. Can you see him? No, beyond that. So whatever we are talking about, whether it is a space or a time or any kind of a boundary, he is beyond those boundaries. Whatever boundary we set, our words are boundary, our thoughts boundary, our the way how we work, of course it's boundary, because we are bound by this physical body. Can I fly? No. Can I swim? No. So if you look at it, there is a boundary, and he is beyond whatever boundary we set. He is beyond space, he is beyond the sea, he is beyond water, he is beyond these five elements, he is beyond your thought process, he is beyond your emotions, he is beyond anything that we talk about in this world. So what kind of a person is God then? If we say he is beyond everything, what is the objective of having a concept called as God? That is what today's verse is talking about. So they say he is dancing. When someone realizes his dance, sees his dance, and they are able to enjoy the bliss of his dance, they are not going to be reborn again. There's no rebirth for them. Fine. When you say someone is dancing, you need to say where they are dancing. There must be a space where a person is dancing, right? So where is he dancing? Oh, he's dancing in a place called as grace. So the place where Lord Shiva is dancing, the cosmic dancer is dancing, is called as grace, bliss. Okay? That's still not convincible, but still I accept. What is the form that he has taken? Because when you say there's a body, something is dancing, you need to talk about the form, right? What form has he taken? Oh, the form he has taken is grace, bliss. Again, he is dancing on the grace. He is also in the form of grace. Okay, who is actually seeing this dance? Oh, that is also grace. If you look at it, his consort, which is Shakti, is called as grace. So whenever we talk about the cosmic dancer is dancing on grace. He has taken the form of grace, and his consort, who is also grace, is looking at it. Now we may have a question. All these are grace. I'm so confused on this. Why is he dancing for not these souls, but he's dancing for someone where I can't even relate with? There is a very interesting medicinal concept that we need to remember here, or we have to just do like a small recap. Right now, the modern medicines, the modern world, medical world is not looking at treating us, rather making us a bigger patient. If we look at it, and that is very, very clear, it's evident, it's vivid that they are making new patients, but they are not looking at solutions. But those days, the real doctors were looking at solutions. They were giving solutions, they wanted to give solutions. So what usually they do is, when there's a small little baby that is born and it is having some kind of an ailment, they will not treat the baby directly, because the baby cannot take on the medicines directly. The baby's stomach as well as its intestines are so timid that it cannot digest it, and it will soar it. So what they will do is, they will give the medicines to the parents, to the mom, not the parents, it's to the mom, the breastfeeding mom. So the mom will consume the medicine, it will digest in her body, and it will be transformed into her milk. Now when the baby is taking the milk, the medicine is transferred to the baby. That is why when you look at it, at least when I was young and all these, we used to have hear this very often. They used to say breastfeeding moms should avoid certain fruits, certain vegetables, especially the windy kind of vegetables. We have to avoid like potatoes and those kind of vegetables, as well as mangoes and all these, because it will affect the baby. When we talk about it, the mom was going on a fasting. The mom was very, very careful in her consumption, food consumptions and all these. Why? Because through her, the baby is going to be affected or benefited. Exactly the same analogy this particular verse is also having. When you look at a baby, we are all babies. Can we digest the food directly? Can we digest the cosmic dance directly? Can we take on the cosmic dance directly? No, we don't have the ability to digest it. We don't have the ability to take it on. We will immediately collapse. So we need a mom who can feed us, and the mom is Grace. Now tell me, isn't it right to call her as Grace? Because she is taking on the cosmic dance and distributing it to the souls according to their maturity level. So when we look at this particular analogy, that's exactly this particular verse talks about. So the cosmic dancer is dancing on Grace. The place that he is dancing, performing his dance, is called as Grace. The form that he has taken is called as Grace, and his consort, who is Grace, is actually looking at it, getting this effect and passing it to their kids, which is us. So whenever we are having that level of maturity, we would be able to digest this, and when we are able to digest this, there is nothing called as rebirth for us. We are breaking the chain of rebirth. Such a lovely, beautiful verse for us today. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.